Now, did you know that India's retail industry is actually the fourth largest retail industry in the entire world? It is worth more than $600 billion and it is expected to grow even more. If you take into account these small shops, जो एक किराना shops होते हैं जो आपके रोड साइड पे वगैरह होते हैं, if you take into account those shops as well, then the entire industry is worth more than $900 billion. Definitely, it's a huge industry. And because it's a huge industry, there are multiple players who want to be the market leader in this space. So right now, you have three main players. You have Reliance, you have Amazon, and the Future Group. Now, Future Group, for all of you who do not know, is the one who owns Big Bazaar, Brand Factory, and such companies. These are three main dominant players in India right now. And the big question is, who is going to be the market leader? Now, currently, Amazon and India's Future Group, they're locked in a legal case. But the big question is कि एक Amazon जितना बड़ा company जो almost $1.6 trillion का company है, why would that company have an issue or a legal case with Future Group? The answer simply lies in terms of what is at stake in terms of the future of the retail industry. Now, like I mentioned before, the India's retail industry is almost worth more than $600 billion. Right now, Reliance is a market leader with more than 12,000 offline stores. Future Group, on the other hand, has about 1,500 outlets across 400 cities. So definitely, whoever is partnering with Future Group will have a huge uptake in terms of how they can perform in India in the retail segment. Also, if you see India's economy is the top 3 economies in Asia and is also one of the largest or one of the fastest growing economies in the entire world. So definitely a company like Amazon, which has a multinational presence, wants to have a stronger control in India because in terms of how India is growing economically. Now, if you see the annual report of Future Group, you can clearly see that they expect the India's e-commerce industry to grow by nearly 84% to a total of $111 billion in a span of next 3 years. And majority of this growth will come from mobile shopping, which is expected to grow by nearly 21% over the next 3 years. Now, India is expected to become the world's third largest consumer economy, reaching to a total of $400 billion. So definitely, it's a huge increase in the entire retail industry. Now, a quick backstory in terms of why Amazon filed a case on Future Group is because back in 2019, Amazon and Future Group, they had a partnership जहाँ पर Amazon ने almost 49% stake acquire किया है Future Coupons, which is an unlisted company and a promoter company of Future Group. Now, Future Group is a publicly listed company. Now, Amazon acquired the stake for almost $200 million. This was the total amount which is invested by Amazon onto Future Group. Now, this partnership between Reliance and Future Group had multiple clauses. 3 main clauses were that the money which is being pumped in by Amazon were to be transmitted to Future Retail, जो आपका Big Bazaar, Brand Bazaar वगैरह own करता है. Second one was that it also gave the Amazon the opportunity to buy into Future Retail after 3 years by exercising the call option. And third rule was that the terms of agreement also stated that the Future Group cannot sell its assets or cannot get into a partnership with any other company such as Walmart, Reliance, Google, Alibaba, SoftBank, eBay. So it restricts Future Group from getting into partnership or getting into business with any of these companies. So when Future Group had a partnership with Amazon, why did it breach it? Why did it go ahead with a partnership with Reliance and decided to sell its retail assets to Reliance? And the main reason for this is because in pandemic in 2020, the retail industry of India was heavily impacted, mainly because of lockdown. Big Bazaar, for example, was heavily impacted. The entire Future Group sales went down by nearly 75%. If you see the sales, it dropped from 20,000 crores to just 6.2 thousand crores in that year. If you see the total losses they made about 3,100 crores of loss as compared to 33 crores of profit in the last financial year. So, जो overall company का net worth है, that dropped from 4,400 crores to 1,323 crores. That means there was a drop of more than 50%. If you see the share price over the last 3 years dropped by nearly 80% as currently at 36 rupees per share. And the company was in a verge of bankruptcy. They had a loss of 3,949 crores by the end of 2022. So definitely you can clearly see that the company was financially in a very struggling position. They were not able to pay its employees. They were not able to pay the lenders, their tenancy contracts. So they were not able to pay any of these people. So because of these reasons, they ended up having a partnership with Reliance for anywhere between 24,000 crores to 27,000 crores. तो ये जो partnership है between Reliance and the Future Group in 2020 is what led to Amazon putting a case against Future Group. And the main reason was simply because Amazon and Future Group had a partnership based on which, like I told you before, right, they are not allowed to sell any of its retail assets to any of the competition companies, which was breached by Future Group. So in summary, Future Group is trying to ensure that the deal between them and Reliance goes through, because that will help them from filing bankruptcy. But on the other hand, Amazon is trying to ensure that the deal does not go through. They don't want Future Group to have a partnership with Reliance because, like I mentioned before, Future Group has about 1,500 outlets right now in India. They have a strong presence, and whoever takes control of all these outlets will definitely have a huge advantage in the India's retail industry. Also, recently, Reliance has already taken over few outlets of Big Bazaar and renamed them as Reliance Retail. So it'll be very interesting to see in the upcoming days who has an upper hand. Is it Reliance Retail, which is owned by Asia's richest man, Mukesh Ambani, or is it Amazon, which is a $1.6 trillion company owned by Jeff Bezos? So if you did find this video useful, if you did understand what is the main reason between Amazon and Reliance and why there's a big fight in the India's retail industry, then make sure you do like it, you do subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.